Hello, Zach. This is the collective of Elijah. We are here with you now and are greatly appreciative of this opportunity to be with your collective once again. Today, our transmission is on the topic of success, what it means to be successful as seen from the perspective of spirit. On today's earth plane, and for a very long amount of time, people have had a very confused or misdirected understanding of what it means to be successful. The average human mind has been conditioned to see success as only including very specific outcomes or dynamics. Success, as seen from spirit, is to be what spirit chose to be here while on the earth plane. Success is your spirit being its truth. This is what it means to be successful. This understanding of success is what humanity is coming into greater understanding of as humanity goes through its ascension phase. To be successful is to have the courage to follow your own path. To follow your own path is the way in which the spirit has the ability to know who and what it truly is. This path is entirely unique to the individual and will not look the same for everyone. Even though there will be similarities of certain paths that people follow, each path followed by each person will have its own unique footprint. And this footprint that the individual is making as they follow their unique path is what success is from a spiritual perspective. As the spirit then follows its unique path, it is able to grow the essence of itself. And as it grows the essence of itself, it knows more of what it is. And this is the goal of the spirit. And therefore, as the spirit is allowed to grow itself, it is then becoming more successful. It is knowing itself and therefore knowing what success truly is. As the spirit is allowed to grow its awareness of what it is then going to be made aware of different opportunities that will show up in different ways, in different forms, presented by different people at different times. And as these opportunities are presented to the individual soul, the spirit, having gained wisdom through following its path, will take action on those opportunities and consequently will gain new experiences, produce new results, and therefore gain more wisdom and understanding of itself. As it gains more understanding of itself, it then has the ability to make new choices as a consequence of this new understanding. As it makes new choices, it is then learning to create new experiences and therefore create new wisdom. This is what success is from a spiritual perspective. As the spirit is then gaining in its wisdom, it is essentially learning to love itself more and more. As it loves itself more and more, it has the ability to spread this learning, this wisdom of self-love to all that the individual soul comes in contact with. This is successful from the eyes of spirit. However, this is not commonly seen as what it means to be successful on a human perspective. The human perspective wishes to diminish the spiritual part of life. However, the spiritual part of life cannot be removed from life, as life is spirit and spirit is life. You are a spirit. You are not the physical body. You are consciousness. You are spirit temporarily inhabiting a physical body for a very short period of time. This physical earth plane represents the school that your spirit has chosen to attend for a period of time in which it has the ability, the opportunity to gain experience in a physical way that includes the physical senses. And it is because the spirit has this opportunity that it is then able to grow in its spiritual understanding. It then takes that spiritual understanding and it holds it within the essence of the soul. So it can then take that wisdom on to new incarnations, some of which may include the physical earth plane and some other planets altogether. And as it then carries this understanding, this soul wisdom, throughout its various incarnations, it is able to give the gift of its wisdom to whomever it comes in contact with, wherever that may be. And in this way, God, your creator, is spreading its joy, its wisdom, its love throughout all of creation, wherever that may be. This is what it truly means to experience success, to spread the essence of your creator all throughout humanity. If you are currently embodying as a human, that's what it means, to spread the essence of creator throughout your human family. Success is merely to grow the soul. It is simple as growing the soul. So how does one grow the soul? If we could look more in depth, more in detail on what it requires to grow the soul while living a physical life experience. To grow the soul through living a physical life experience is to perceive and interact with the physical life as the spirit would. To identify as your spirit, as a spiritual being, while in interaction with the physical world. When you are identifying as a spirit, you are therefore less attached to what you experience in the physical. When you are identified as a physical body, as a human being only, then you are attached to what you experience, including your physical body. When you are living attached to the identification of being a human form only, you are then living in fear. And the goal from this perspective is then to control what you interact with and what you see in the physical. When you are identifying as the spirit, using the physical body to navigate this physical earth plane, you are allowing yourself then to move through life in a higher state of being, a state of being that would be more in alignment with your higher self, such as joy, love, peace, presence, embrace of the present moment. When you are living in full and complete embrace of the present moment, you are therefore not attached to the comings and goings of what you perceive, what you witness throughout the physical life that you experience. You are not attached. You are in full acceptance of what it means to have a physical life. And that is to understand that everything in physical form must come to a physical end at one point or another. When you are living as the spirit and perceiving physical reality from this perspective, you are at peace with the fact that all that is born in time must end in time. You are an understanding of that. And so you are not attached to what you see and experience in the physical form. You understand that it is not permanent and therefore it has no real existence in reality. You understand the only true existence is the spirit, which lives on indefinitely into eternity. As your physical body ceases to exist at some time in this life, your spirit, which is your true self, will live on indefinitely. You will never die, and you were never born in that sense. You have always existed. For if you are in existence, you can never not exist. You can only exist. To live with this understanding while here in the physical form is to live as a spirit. To live as a spirit is to live in joy while you are living in what you see around you happening sometimes in the form of chaos. When you see chaos happening around you, you truly understand that what you are seeing is the continuous movement of spirit, choosing to create different experiences in the physical, much of which you will not agree with in some way, but that's okay. Because your disagreement merely represents your own human ego, your conditioned belief systems taking some kind of position against what you are viewing. What you are viewing is seen as negative only because you have a filter within your unconscious mind that projects a negative lens or filter upon what you see and therefore creates your negative state of being. When you encounter this state of being, it is your spirit's wish that you again identify as the spirit. Let go of identifying as the human and therefore seeing what you see in front of you as real. Understand instead that it is merely a temporary expression of consciousness playing out on this earthly physical stage. This is a play. It is a movie. It is not a real dimension in the way that you think of reality. What is real is permanent. What is real is eternal. And so if you understand that eternity must be what is real, then what you see here in the physical plane cannot be real as it is not eternal. This is the lens through which the spirit understands and perceives. And to perceive in this way is to be truly successful. Because to be truly successful means to live with the understanding that you are eternal. You are an eternal being. This is your reality. And so use this physical life experience as an opportunity for you to become more aware of the fact that you are an eternal being, more aware that you are only a spirit having a physical experience. This is an experience. It is not your reality. It is not your identity. It is an experience that you are having. Allow yourself to have the experience. Allow yourself to have the experience. For if what was experienced here was not allowed, then God would not allow it. God would not allow for what is happening here to occur if it was real. It is not real in the truest sense. It is not real. It is a temporary experience. And what is temporary is not seen as real from the eyes of the eternal. Make your life experience one in which you prioritize the remembering of your truth, of the truth that only eternity is real. Have this as your priority to move through your life experience with the goal of remembering what is real, that you are a spirit only a spirit. You have never been this physical body. You will never be a physical body. For if you were to be a physical body, then you would have no existence because the physical body must be temporary. Therefore, it cannot have existence. Only that which is eternal has existence. Only your spirit has existence because your spirit is eternal. When you are living with the remembrance that you are eternal, you will choose, you will naturally, you will effortlessly let go of being attached to what you experience in the physical earth plane and choose instead to embody an eternal state of being such as joy. This will become your baseline consciousness. And as you learn, as you teach yourself by using every moment to choose to be in an eternal state such as joy, joy will be your way of being in the world. And as that is your way of being in the world, that is what you will teach to others. That is what you will give back to others. That is what you will give to yourself, and that is what you will live. You will live the way that you are being, just as you have always lived the way that you have been. How have you been? That will show you the kinds of life experiences that have been drawn towards you. They are merely the consequence of the way you have been being most of the time. So if you choose to be an eternal state such as joy, then you will form life experiences that match and mirror the eternal state of joy that you have chosen to be. It is that simple, and that is what true success is. This is our message to your collective at this time, and we are deeply appreciative and grateful for this opportunity to have connected with your collective, and do look forward to our next transmission coming very soon Thank you again for this moment, and we will see you then. Wow, that was another powerful one. Thank you for being here on our channel. Be sure to subscribe if you're enjoying these transmissions, and I'll see you in the next video.